What's up, guys? It is Like Crypto here, and today we're going to be diving into the world of DePin again, and we're going to be talking about this weather device known as Nubila Marco. And I got my copy like 2 months ago already, but the thing is, in my old apartment there was no balcony or backyard, so I couldn't basically try it out. And now that I'm on my new home, I can basically use it and give my thoughts about it. So Nubila is basically building out a decentralized network that delivers real-world data for businesses and climate intelligence. By climate intelligence, I think they mean institutions and government agencies which are weather related. And basically, there are obviously a couple of other people who are already in this space, like WeatherXM, which I think has been a pretty successful DePin project already. So I think a lot of people have already made their money on that. And I think there was another like GOD or something, which was also another successful DePin thing. So in terms of the weather niche, it seems to be doing pretty well. Now, there's already a video which basically goes into like explaining about the project. This is the CMO, and it looks pretty professional, like video here. So it seems that people are not just coming randomly from the crypto world. The people behind this project actually have some background, like building other stuff outside of crypto, which is very, very bullish thing. And this project is built on IOTex, so that is what I believe is going to be the launch for the actual token. So there's no token yet, so this is kind of different in that sense, that you can actually jump in early here and basically accumulate these points. And I believe that they're going to be doing an initial airdrop for the people who have been running the device and doing some Galaxy quests. They got a lot of things going on actually. And then there's going to be like gradual data for basically having your miner running around and collecting all of that like real world data. So I think that is like basically the weather. I don't know what other type of data it would be basically collecting outside from the wind and, you know, the storms and rain and all that stuff. And I do want to say that this is also available on Helium deploy, and you can use my code. I think it's Light10. You will be going to be seeing the both up on Helium deploy using my codes, which are going to be listed in the comment section below and also in the description for those who want to get it on a higher discount. So an expected delivery day is May 23rd. So within a week, if you're going to be buying it on Europe, you're going to be getting it, and etc. Only thousands of these. This could be like blowing up, or it could basically crash. But the Nubila macro is available on Helium deploy. It's also on AmpChamp, and I think I have some type of discount code there as well. Here are some examples where basically people have installed it there on their roofs, but they can be also on actual balconies as well. So it's not limited to being on the host. It's actually connected into this solar panel, so it can be, you know, remotely. You do not have to be hooked into electricity, so to speak. It has a USB charger, so it can be in the out, so to speak, maybe the vicinity of your home where it's still connected into the Wi-Fi, but it doesn't need to be like hooked in, which makes it a kind of convenient thing. But definitely, if you're going to be buying it, I do recommend the Helium deploy, as you're going to be getting discount from them. Now, going back into what they're building, so as I already mentioned, they are going to be launching on IOTex based on the information I was able to collect. And given out the performance of the two previous weather projects, I think the launch can be pretty good. But tokenomics and things like that, there isn't really that much information about it, and that's kind of like make it or break it style of a situation. But in terms of like quality here, I think it is a lot better than your average DePin project. There's also this application which basically shows out where your device is, and it also shows you on the rewards tab basically your point system. And then there is also, and here are all the partners here. I'm not very familiar with anything outside from IOTex and obviously VeChain, so they have been a bit of a partner here involved with them. And there's also something Base, so maybe the token is going to be also launching on Base as well. Wingbits we have covered in our Crank video. And there's the GODNet. I think that is the other way that the data miner that's been doing pretty well. And we've got Eliza here and Pandi. So some established things. Now, once you get your miner, you can also actually acquire your own NFT. Now, the cool thing here is that aside from the eventual own, you know, Nubila token, they have been doing promotions already with running your device with no extra things and they've been giving out like IOTX rewards. These are not like super much, but there weren't really that many participants on these, 210, 11, 16. So this last one was worth like, people got like around maybe $5 or something like that at the current estimations on that time. So people were making, $15 in terms of airdrops already if they started out on the very first time. And that's not too bad for 7 days, because that's not what a lot of these DePin devices are making. Like, these are going to be like we're talking kind of conservative APYs. We're talking about like 40% APY on the device maybe per year. So in terms of getting $15 doesn't sound super much, but when you really think about it in terms of like performance, it's not too bad. Currently, they also have a project going on with a Better, which is part of the VeChain project, the VeChain DAO thing. Basically, I just staked so I'm already getting something. This is like in 1 hour of staking or something here. So basically, that is a pretty good performance already, and this is going to be ending tomorrow, and I believe there's going to be another batch happening the day after. There is also a referral program, which I don't know if this is actually working. It's not working. That's going to be coming out later. And then in the future, you're going to be able to see the newbie tokens and everything related to that. And then you have also the ability to buy the nodes. I don't really recommend it, guys. I'm just saying the nodes always been historically very, very bad things. The devices are pretty good because they can be sometimes, in some cases like Helium, they can be repurposed to do other things in the future. So even if the project, in some sense, would abandon the thing, there could be another project which would come in and be able to basically use their software inside the Nubila miners. But all things considered, I'm going to be doing another review once we're actually going to be hitting out the launch of the token and see how much I made. I kind of got into a bit late here in terms of activating the device. As I said, it's been sitting on my, cabinet for 2 months now, but now that I'm actually accumulating per day, as more devices are poured in, the global rewards are also diminishing. So I believe there's some type of a rewards which is going to be based on how many devices are there. It's a lot more affordable device. If you think about like putting $300 on meme coins, it might go to zero. But with Nubila, I mean, at least in terms of the performance we have with these other airdrops that they've been giving throughout this project, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And you're going to be getting it on launch. A lot of people haven't bought it yet because it's not yielding any tokens as of right now. I think the TGE is going to be happening this year, maybe this summer. So a lot of promise for Nubila, and I definitely going to be doing an update video on this. Maybe I'm going to be doing a whole DePin review thing, looking at all the devices and how they're performing. But this is kind of one of the better ones to currently invest in, which you could be early on, and maybe it will really take off because the weather data is still kind of very valuable, and having it on IOTX and maybe on these other chains coming out as well, it could be really successful. Like, there's going to be another wave of DePin interest coming into the space again, and there's going to be obviously a lot of interested parties which are going to be interested in the weather data. So all the climate change nonsense going on in the world, there's going to be a lot of institutions which actually want that data. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more reviews on the channel. A lot of DePin stuff coming up in the next coming days. As I already mentioned, you can pick it up on Helium deploy using my codes, which are going to be listed in the comment section below and also in the description for those who want to get it on a higher discount. So an expected delivery day is May 23rd. So within a week, if you're going to be buying it on Europe, you're going to be getting it, and etc.